Welcome to the bonsai garden. Now I've got here a Taxus Baccata yew tree, which I bought from a local nursery, which I'm intending to style up today. Now what I'm hoping for is to produce quite a small tree. This is 2 to 3 foot tall, and I'm hoping to produce a tree that's less than a foot tall out of that. So follow me as I go through the process of turning this into a Shohin tree. So the first thing I should point out is that it's currently August, and it's not necessarily the ideal time to be doing this, and certainly in terms of any root work on this plant, I wouldn't be wanting to do that at this time of year. I have had a look briefly around the base of the tree, and I know that just below the level of the soil here there are roots, and so that tells me that that's an appropriate base for the tree. What I'm going to do primarily is bring down the height of this, and some of these branches on the side I'm going to lower. What happens in a young tree is that all of the growth tends to be in an upwards direction, whereas in a more mature tree, due to the weight of the foliage and the branches, those tend to be more horizontal due to the weight. And so what I'm intending to do here is selectively pick which branches I'm keeping, bring them into a more horizontal plane, and lose a lot of the stuff from further up. And then hopefully start the tree off on its journey as a bonsai. So the first thing I'm going to do is lose some of the height. So in here I've got a number of branches in the center, and all of those are quite thick, and in particular there's a leader here going through, and I am going to lose that. And it might take me a couple of attempts to get to the right point. I could potentially have ginned this, but I don't think there's any need to in this particular tree at the moment. I don't particularly see gins featuring in the design. So I'm deciding which are the thicker branches and deciding that I'm going to get rid of those. So I'm going to lose this one here as well. And there's also quite a thick branch on the side here, which I'm going to lose. And I've got a bit of a bar branch situation here. Need to decide, do I keep those or do I lose them? I'm not sure just at the moment. But what I can do is I can significantly reduce some of the height elsewhere. So I can lose that there. So now that won't be used. I think I can probably use some of the small branches on here, but I'll lose most of that. The branch that comes out the side here We've got a couple of side branches coming out. Let's say lose that to there. So I'm already working with a lot less material here. So I can lose this perhaps to there. And I'm just really going through and eliminating from the design anything that is certainly not of any use. So again, we've got quite a long branch coming out here and I want to bring everything back in so I can get rid of that to there. And I'm just going to tidy up this stub here. And I think I can lose this thick branch here. And then that means that this one here is probably too thick for the design as well. So I'm going to lose that. So we begin to see the basics of the tree here. So we just got the trunk here. And we're going to have a number of branches going down from there. So I think what I'm going to do now is just bring in some of this length. And you can see I'm dealing with a very much smaller tree now. And I'm thinking now that this particular branch here is a bit thick for the design as well. And I can bring the length of this down. So there now we've got the basis for our tree. And what I need to do is start bringing in wiring and wire these into position. And I'm thinking that this particular branch here as well is probably a bit on the thick side. But what I'm hoping might happen is that we get some bud back along here and I'll be able to bring some of this foliage back as well. So I'll let that develop for the time being in the hope that we get buds and branching further back, and then I can reduce the length of this. So I think it's now just a case of wiring this into position for the future design. So here is the finished tree. Some of that didn't video, so I'm not sure how much I lost, but you can see that I've wired down the branches, give a roughly conical shape. Trim those right back, and I just need to leave those to develop, and hopefully we'll get new buds working the way back along those and develop some branching and ramification on there. Do something with the apex up here, hopefully get some more buds coming out up there. But that's the tree started on its journey as a bonsai. So thank you for watching. Please share your thoughts and your comments. If you've got any experience of making Shohin yew trees, then please let me hear your thoughts. And thank you